Hello, hello, hello. How are we? I may be speaking into the ether here. I'm not sure if anybody has joined yet, but I'm starting anyway. Sam, of course, my buddy, my loyal, faithful friend. Can you hear me okay? You'll be the one and only person potentially. 1 p.m. on a Monday probably isn't the best time to live stream, but if you think I can wait for another few hours, yeah. Oh, there's a few of you here. Well, I can hear you clearly. That's good. Good morning to yous in the States. Good afternoon to you in the UK and most of Europe. Yeah, first live stream since the Huawei Mate XT unboxing, I want to say, or first impressions in Finland. That was the last time I done a live stream. So me and Huawei go back a while, obviously. I'm just going to let a few people join and take it from there. But obviously, those in the members group know that I've received this. And it is way heavier than I thought it would be. Like, super, super heavy. So I'm intrigued to know what the actual tablet screen display, whatever you want to call it, what weight that is, because I do believe I will be rocking this on an aeroplane tray table with the kickstand. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And I'll take photos and I'll send them in the community. So, while we're just letting people join, any questions? What's happening? How was your weekend? Oh, when Samsung Fold, Samsung Tri-Fold, I assume you mean next year, will we say? Probably next summertime. They're definitely going to bring one out. Yeah, Samsung Fold. We all know the one drawback of Huawei is software, and it's not Huawei's fault. The actual software is pretty good. It's just the limitations it has on them. So a Samsung Tri-Fold, for those that are obsessed with foldable technology, is just, yeah, it's going to be good. I'm still, obviously, as you know, I'm rocking a Samsung. I'm using the Samsung Edge. Look how thin it is. It's, yeah, pretty magnificent. Thanks if you watched that video yesterday. Excited to get the Galaxy Fold 7. Yeah, a lot of people are. We've all seen the images. I've not got the SE with me yet. I'm getting another one sent to me soon. But it's just the Samsung's Fold Special Edition, which is a good thing. It's not as wide an aspect ratio on the outer screen as the still Daily Driver N5, Oppo N5. It's not quite as wide as that, but it's pretty damn close, or it's as close as any other Z Fold has ever come. So yeah, you should be excited for the Z Fold 7. It's just unfortunate the price is going to be astronomical. I'll just go through the chat for a few minutes and then we'll get the Fold unboxed. 200. No, it's not 200 kilos. Even I couldn't lift up like that, Priya. It's I don't know. I should look at the FedEx label. It feels about 5 kilos, which is obviously heavy. Maybe even a bit more. And thanks for joining, Priya. Priya was part of and hosted some of the Average Dad UK meetup just last month. I've lost track. Yeah, last month. That was a fantastic time, so thank you again, Priya. We're going to have a US meetup in Vegas in January. That is 100% happening. And for anyone that can join the US meetup, I will do my damnedest to get us all into CES. No cost to you. You will be a guest of Average Dad Enterprises. Because fuck it. How cool does that sound? So yeah, CES, Average Dad, US meetup. Everyone's invited. If you're not in the US, you can still travel. I ain't paying for your travel, but we'll get into CES, then we'll go hit the slots or tables and have a party. So yeah, I think I'm going to get all I'm going to get just now. People will come and go as they please, but we really need to unbox this thing because I can't really wait any longer. So I'll switch to the other view. You'll see me from there, not that you need to see me. And then I'll switch this to a desktop view. And then we'll unbox this bad boy. I am not sure how far along in the setup process I'll get because if I'm being entirely honest, setting up a laptop on a live stream is pretty damn difficult, especially a Huawei one that doesn't just turn on and sync, and it's going to take a long time. I'm used to using a Mac. Windows 11 is 100% working on a few devices I've seen in China and the Middle East. I've seen a video. So Windows 11 ARM or whatever version is going to work. I will have that installed and I will do a video on it. I just can't go through the whole process on a live stream because you will fall asleep and you will get frustrated with how stupid I am when it comes to some of the instructions at first. I hope to come to any meetup. Yeah, we're going to have loads. The UK one only had like what was it, 7, 8, 9 people, but it was so good. It felt really intimate, personal, and that's what I want. I want this community to all meet each other and get along and talk tech and lose their ass at poker. Again, well done, Priya, for that. Right, I will move this to this view. Don't know why that's moved around there. Let's move that. And now I can move this. I know it's clunky, but we're going to get there, don't worry. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing this. Make sure I'm not pulling out the microphone. I really hope this works okay, right? Once I put the laptop on the desk, it should adjust itself. If not, I'm just going to hold the damn camera. It's that continuity camera, and it takes like a few seconds to kind of right itself. Here it is. Here's the Huawei. Come on, you can right yourself. You can do it. Go bigger. Show us. Oh, not that way. Yeah, I'm using OBS, and it can be a bit clunky. What I might do is, we'll see how this goes. Come on, you can do it. Don't be a dick. And just stay there. I know, clunky. I'm sorry. I ain't no pro, but here is the Matebook Fold. See, look, why is it doing that? Why are you going to my hand? Don't go to my hand. Don't do that. Come back over. Come back over here. Here. To the tap. Oh, god damn it. Why is it doing this? See, look, now it's doing it. So, the Huawei Matebook Fold comes with a nice pull tab that didn't work, but luckily I have my jerry rig knife. Let's get this open. Ooh. One thing Huawei always do well are unboxing experiences from the Mate X-T or the Mate X6 or any of their devices, really. Really enjoy an unboxing experience. It's mainly with the ultimate devices. I'm so sorry, this camera's really getting on my fucking tits. Anyone in OBS know how to just turn it off so it doesn't keep moving. I just want a fixed camera point. So I have gone for, let's just have a look. How's your Chinese? I've gone for the 1 terabyte in blue version. So let's take off the outer sleeve. Yeah, so this is a heavy boy, just to let you know. No, don't go over there. Don't go over there. Come back. Okay, so firstly, I'm removing this. Wow. So this is your screen with all the usual protection gubbins on it. I'll just pop that to the side just now. Oh, fuck's sake. See, getting really frustrating. So there's also the card that comes with your fucking move over. You're about to see Average Dad absolutely lose his shit here. So yeah, comes with a card that covers your other accessories. In here, oh, a really nice carrying case. Leather, probably fake leather, let's be honest, but a nice magnetic seal. A colour matched case because, spoiler, that is the colour of the Matebook Fold. That is really nice. Although I guess for the price you should be getting a carry case included. It is an expensive bit of kit, but oh, once we remove this tray, we have another carry case, which is for your accessories, I assume. I've not got to what accessories. So in here is your 140 watt brick. That is a big brick, but you will need an adapter because obviously it's China only, so you're going to have to get a brick. In terms of China only, I don't know if there'll be a global release. Hopefully there will be. We'll just have to wait and see. This is working a bit better now, it seems, anyway. Let me just 2 seconds while I check the chat to make sure that we're still recording. That would be a bonus. Yeah, you can still hear me. This is positive. This is good. So, carry case for accessories, I assume. The only other thing I'm really expecting in here is a charging cable and the keyboard. I know I've mentioned these already, but these carrying cases are really nice. That was a tripod almost falling over. I'm going to work on this live setup. Don't you worry. It will be better in future. See, look, it's going way over there again. So carrying cases we know are good. And then we have what seems to be the keyboard. Trying my best not to absolutely ruin the packaging. Again, a colour matched keyboard with a decent sized trackpad. Not too much travel on the keys, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected. No number keypad on the right, but again, it's a smaller keyboard. But really, really nice, premium feeling, not bendy, not too cheap feeling either. I really like it. And that trackpad, yeah, plenty big enough for your gestures. So that's the keyboard. Again, colour matched. Let's see what else we've got in here. So in this accessory box, we have your cable. Not colour matched, but it is braided. A nice USB-C to USB-C cable. That's it in there. And then in this thin box, manuals, I assume. Yep, all your manuals. And a cleaning cloth. And over here, fucker, a cleaning cloth included in your small pamphlet here, along with the manuals. And then the... Oh, is this nothing? Is that just a stuck on? Yeah. This was just an empty box for effect and design, so that doesn't have anything in it. Now, let me try and adjust this so we can actually see. Why is it zoomed in so much? Guys, help average that out. Right, let's pack away all this gubbins. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking switch away from this because it's really annoying me. Give me 2 seconds while I get rid of all this. There's a bit like Keystone Cops here. Okay, for the rest of the segment, I am going to just show you the device in my hand because that was a fucking nightmare. I will sort the continuity camera. iPhone 16 Pro Max on OBS. It's got the tracking function, but what the hell was it trying to track there? I wasn't even looking at the thing I'm unboxing. So let me just get keyboard. Again, I'm not sure how much you've seen, so I'm just going to show you for one last time. The keyboard is color matched to the device, and we'll show you the device in a second. It's super, super thin, and the weight is, I don't know, like 40 grams. It weighs almost nothing. Connects with magnets to the bottom of the screen. Show you that in a second. Also included were the nice carrying cases, a USB-C plug, Chinese only, 140 watts, and then what we all actually want to see, this bad boy. So like your foldable phones, please, please, please take great care when folding and unfolding your laptop screen, because that's now a thing. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, this thing's unbelievable. And I know I'm fairly easily impressed every now and then, but let's just show you the back of this. Look at that. Look at this. With the kickstand, is that this part or this part? So Huawei that way. So does this just pull out? Hope I don't break it. Oh yeah. With the kickstand. So for those that haven't ordered yet, I've only unboxed this one, but I can highly, highly recommend. Let's go back a bit. See, it's following me. The blue one. And then as for the screen, wow. Wow, 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 wow. 18 inches. And remember I said about watching this on a plane? I could absolutely prop this up on a kickstand and watch this on a plane. 100%. Now, in terms of lying in bed and watching, probably going to try that too. God, I am ridiculous. I know this. But, shall we do a fold? Shall we fold the laptop? A nice, satisfying fold. Look at that silver chrome hinge, the chrome rails with the blue. Please, please tell me, yes, I can see you. You're all gushing over this in the comments as much as I am. This thing, and we have to just take a second to understand. I have just unboxed an 18-inch foldable laptop. Where are we? Where are we living just now? What is going on? I'm just looking at the question. Portable monitor, XD. Can this be a portable monitor? Can you just USB-C connect this and use this as an external display? For example, with my MacBook Pro. Can you do that? I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that. Whoever just said portable monitor, is that what you were meaning? I think you've just given me a fucking brilliant idea for when I'm in the airport or the lounge or wherever. That's how I'm going to sell it to my boss. Yeah, if you can somehow wangle this thing as a work computer, fucking do it. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Right, anyway, we've got the power button, we've got the volume button, we've got a couple of USB-C ports on the side. You've got a hell of a lot of speakers, cutouts. I assume some of that is going to be for ventilation as well. You have what seems to be the SIM ejection portion here, because I believe it takes a SIM card. Yeah, folks, I've pretty much raw dogged this, I'm sure you can fucking tell, but in terms of looking at like many other reviews and full in-depth videos, not that there are many when you search, but for devices like this, for devices like the Mate XT, things that you're going to spunk a lot of money on, I always want to kind of like just discover things for myself. So I haven't looked too much in detail. I know I've done a... Oh, that was nice. So unclipping is like a forced spring. So I'm going to turn it on now. But just to show you crease-wise, this is with light on it. I mean, can you see the crease? You can just see the crease in certain lights, but that's the same with any foldable. But I would say Huawei, as I expect them to, they've implemented this very, very well. Now through time, who knows how well it'll hold up. I'm turning it on now, don't worry. At least I'm holding a button. I think it's the power button. Maybe it wasn't. So that's volume. That's nothing. That's now upside down. Let's see the other side. Maybe it needs juice. Let's try again. Normally they don't need juice. Sorry, you're just gonna have to bear with me here. Ah, it's okay. I found it. It's a tinier button. It's a smaller button on the left-hand edge. Boom. Huawei. Oh, Lord. Look at this. Look. Look at that screen. Jesus. Camera's like, where the hell's your face? Yeah, so that is absolutely stunning. And now we're at the part where you do not want to see me set this up. What you want to see is a video showing you how to set it up and then what it's like. But in real life, this screen is just wonderful. Like, I could definitely watch it. Like with a kickstand. Hold on. Let's get this kickstand out again. With that kickstand out, propped up, that's blooming epic. Hold on, there we go. That's bloody epic. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun this afternoon. And again, let's just fold. Again, one final look at the design. No, wait, hold on. Let's show you the keyboard attached. I mean, come on now, we're here now. If anybody's still here with me anyway. Does it just simply attach? Has anybody seen how to attach the keyboard? Or does it not attach? Is that the thing? Does it not attach? Do you just sit it? Hmm. I'll need to try. Oh. Feels like it wants to attach magnetically. Oh, and while I'm here, I'm going to assume that when this is on, you can do it in portrait mode as well. In fact, I know you can do it in portrait mode when it's turned on and all set up. So this was just an unboxing and first look. I'm not sure if this has swayed you to want to buy it. If you were already considering buying one, then I'm pretty sure it probably will have. Remember, there's a loyalty 3 off discount code if you're buying from me. Right, yeah. I know this was a shit show of a live stream, but you know what? We got there. We're average, Dad. We're not professional, Dad. So what questions do you have for me? It's got 8 speakers. Big ass Huawei text. Yeah, first boot. It's double the size of your head, and I have a big head, figuratively and non-figuratively. What questions do we have? Touch keyboard. A long time ago I used that as well. You basically just put it on the screen, yeah. So you just set it beside the screen. That's amazing. You can't even see the fold. Yeah, like legitimately, I'm so impressed. And I know it's an 18-inch tablet, but when folded, it's just like any other. I don't have my other tablet with me, but it's not that big. Let's just give you some scale because I know this keeps zooming in. It's not that big when folded. So when folded, there's me. But when unfolded, good Lord Almighty. Look at that. And again, just to show you the design. Huawei absolutely nail their products. It's so frustrating, the Google thing. But Windows 11 isn't Google. Windows 11, in my head, and I might be wrong, because it can run full Windows 11, I can then, and it's an internet browser, not an app, so I can then just have my Google Chrome signed in, I can use my Google Tabs, I can use Google Maps, I can use YouTube, all that stuff through Windows 11 as I would from a normal PC. Is that right? Am I off here? Let me know now if you're still watching. Does Windows 11 mean, or even Huawei's browser, does that mean that I can, because it's online, I can go to google.com or googlemaps.com? My assumption is yes, because it's the apps that are restricted. It's the Android that is restricted. So answer that question. I know there's a delay. Does the trackpad click when... Does that trackpad click when flexed? Don't know what you mean. It clicks when you press it, if that's what you mean. Imagination, yeah, it's wild. If any clearer the picture, silly. If any overly rich people still buy Apple, they are. Yeah, no, in fairness, I'm not here to shit on Apple. I use a MacBook Pro for my editing and Final Cut Pro. I use it for my day-to-day work. That's not to say that I couldn't be swayed elsewhere, but Apple just makes sense for me. It's not a haptic trackpad. Sorry, right, okay, let me just... No, so I don't know if you can hear it. It doesn't, when it's not turned on or connected to it, it doesn't do anything. Sorry, but when it is connected to the laptop, it's a haptic keyboard. Yes, your feedback comes when it's connected to a device, just like my normal trackpad from the Apple. So yes, it is a haptic trackpad. So I'm led to believe, or I've seen in videos anyway. Google web pages slightly limited with the Huawei. Oh, okay. All I need. Easy OS for Windows 11, but browser is open. Okay. So as expected, or suspected, I can use this laptop as just a normal laptop browsing all Google. Oh, I can't wait to set it up. Thank you very, very much for like coming along to this live stream. It's wild that like more than one person has joined to see this. I wish it was more professional. We will get there. Anakin, hello, how are you? Can I slide my fingers across the keys without pushing buttons? This is turning into like an OnlyFans page or something, is it? Oh yeah. Oh, that feels nice. Again, key travel. Sounds good. Sounds really, really, really good. I just love the colour. I am absolutely delighted I chose the blue. Absolutely delighted. And full disclosure, because there are no secrets, this exact Huawei Matebook Fold, it's sold. It's technically not even mine yet. The buyer has already purchased, one of my very loyal and loved channel members. So she will be getting this device sent to her next week. But now that I've seen it, opened it, I'm going to have to order myself one. And this blue is so nice, but would it be silly to order myself another blue one? Should I then order the white just to see what that one's like? And to clarify, the 32 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte, which is what this is only available in blue and white. The 2 terabyte with 32 gigs of RAM is only available in black. It runs Windows, yep. I still find it hard to believe that they are able to sell enough of to make a profit. Yeah, I'll be honest, Marcus. So I made the video yesterday, right? Here's a good example. I made the video on the S25 Edge yesterday, which I told you it's mind-blowing, it's great to feel in the hand, but the price is just too goddamn high. It is, no matter which way you try and slice it up, because Samsung are making sure they still make their 50%, 60% profit, whatever their profit margin is per unit, they're making sure they're doing that because they're not going to give back to loyal customers. I can 100,000% confirm that Huawei are not making 50% profit on this device. They're not making 50% profit on the Pura X, the Mate XT. They are innovating to help tech junkies like me and everyone in this chat. That's why people like you and I love Huawei. Now, I'm not saying they're fucking philanthropists. They're not. They're not a charity. They're making money from all their other phones, but I would be shocked if even after 2 years of selling these Matebook Folds that they actually start to turn a profit with all the R&D that goes into it. But for us, they're giving us, again, I've said this and it sounds a bit cheesy, but with the Mate XT and the Pura X, they're giving us phones we didn't actually think we would need, or even we thought would be a bit gimmicky. just not true. If you've used a Huawei Mate X-T, it's mind-blowing. And now, having only just opened the Matebook Fold, on very, very, very first impressions, I can't praise Huawei enough. I have been in touch with someone at Huawei about their products and future collaborations. Yeah, they always seem to do the right thing, and I love it. I really, really do. So yeah, good point, Marcus. Oh, you're welcome. I love that Scottish accent. The R&D must be for the while. Yeah, exactly. Just to think of the costs that they're putting into R&D to do shit like this. And again, the finished product is immaculate. It is vegan leather feeling, like chrome. It's not, it'll be aluminium, but looks chrome-like. It feels super solid, and it's a dual layer OLED panel for extra protection. So unlike on the Mate X-T, that still to this day I've not seen many issues with, it is a more protective screen because it is bigger and because your laptop's going to be put in a laptop bag or the included carry case, and it's maybe going to be thrown around a little bit more in a hold or your carry-on luggage than a phone in your pocket, potentially. But durability-wise, because of the Mate X-T, I actually have no concerns about the Matebook Fold. And a lot of the time, it's just going to be on your desk. You're just going to be at home, so no issues. What's the phone you're most looking forward to this year? It's a good question. New phones come out all the time. I'm still using the N5. I was looking forward to that, and I was not disappointed. The only thing that you could kind of say is a bit of a letdown is the camera system. While it does produce good photos, it's not always the best. Whereas the X Fold 5, not 3, the X Fold 5 is coming out soon. I'm excited about that because it's the dimensions of an Oppo N5 in terms of screens, but with a better camera system. The Huawei Pura 80 Ultra is winging my way. In about 10 days, I had miscommunicated with my supplier. The Pro Pura 80 and the Pura 80 Pro Plus I can get today. I can have shipped to you, to me today, but the Ultras are a week to 10 days after that point. So I'm looking forward to the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra, especially knowing that I will have a Matebook Fold for the foreseeable. This one gets shipped next week, but I, trust me, will have my own one shipped before this one goes. So pairing my Huawei phone to the Matebook Fold, I'm excited about. I'm not excited about any Samsung or Apple products this year. When the Samsung Trifold comes out next year, yeah, I'll be excited about that. Will I get the Huawei Pure H Ultra? Sorry, I must have been answering that as you typed that. Yes, I will. Stu, is there any sign on any more? Yeah, Samsung are bringing out a Trifold. I've not heard anything from Honor or Oppo about a Trifold, but as Thanos says, it's inevitable. Purely from a ego point of view. People don't want Huawei to be the only ones, especially Samsung. Samsung cannot hack that Huawei are the first to do all this kind of shit. How do they really want a Pure X is anyway to get YouTube. YouTube works on all Huawei's. Micro G video is on my channel. What is it running? Can you install Linux on the Matebook Fold? Chat, answer. Can you install Linux on this? I do not know the answer yet. I have not set up. For anyone that is new to the live stream, this is how the device looks. absolutely stunning. You're best drawing your attention to the smaller webcam portion because this big one's just a pain in the backside. It is a beautiful piece of engineering. Absolutely stunning. Vegan leather blue. Again, also available in white and black and a couple of different storage options depending on your colour. Again, Linux. Trifold this year. I don't think so. I think the Samsung's next year. I'll be waiting in the corner ready for when you want to part with that Pura. I know you will, Sam, and trust me, you will have first dibs on the Pura 80 Ultra. Consider it yours. Good day from down under Australia. Hi, mate. Thanks very much for joining. I've kind of unboxed the thing. Now it's just turned into a random chat, which I do like to waffle on about, so happy to answer any questions. Yes, what about that Huawei Mate X-T2? The Mate X-T2! Trevor, do you know something I don't? Sorry, Anakin, do you know something I don't? Is there a Mate X-T2 on the horizon? If I were Huawei, I would not be releasing a Mate X2 next year, or this year. I would make it a 3-year cycle because, as mentioned already, they must be throwing away some amount of money on all this R&D and making these products. Because they're not selling millions. They're really not. And yes, oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh my God, that really is beautiful. I can't wait for the iPhone Fold. You reckon that would be a daily driver for you? Kind of. Like the iPhone 16 Pro Max I'm using right here. Maybe the iPhone Fold would just turn into my YouTube video camera, because you know the video recording is going to be good. But I've got a theory on the iPhone Fold. Do you want to hear it? Good. Know how Vivo, and we spoke about this, and I know I'm not the only one talking about this, but do you know how Vivo have got the Apple collaboration, the partnership to use the Apple Watch Ultra, to use Apple Health? I believe Apple and Vivo, because Apple don't do things for nothing, I believe Vivo have a strong influence on the design and build of the Apple Fold. That's my working theory. You can think what you like, but I do believe that's the case. I think that's what's going on. Because Apple don't need the money from Vivo to use their software or their functionality, but they could damn sure do with some support with foldable phones. And do you think Apple want to go to Samsung for that? Not a fucking chance. So yeah, I think Vivo are helping them greatly with the Fold, and I'm led to believe that Apple Fold is next September. So in about 15 months time, we'll get an Apple Fold. It's going to be good. It's going to be great build quality. The cameras are not going to be class leading. Screens won't be as big as you'd hope, but it'll still be good. What else have we got? Any other questions? Lovely. Where can we buy one? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Check the Average Dad Tech Store or just Google online if you're talking to Matebook Fold. I'm not sure where else you can buy it. Obviously on Average Dad Tech Store, the price is high. Trust me, that's just the market price for the Matebook Fold because it's just been released. Like the XT, it's high at first, although the Matebook Fold is considerably cheaper than the Mate XT in launch. But yeah, price will come down soon. Having had the Mate XT in Abu Dhabi, it did make me want one, but Oh, having held the XT. Sorry, having held the XT, but the price is too much for me. Yeah, there's no getting around it. The XT is still expensive. I think, what are we down to now? About £2,800, £3,000 for the XT. It is still expensive. But holding it does really make you want it. That is for sure. What do I think of the Nubia Z70S Ultra with the retro camera kit? Well, I think I have it coming to me tomorrow, actually. So you will know what I think about it. If I'm being entirely honest, the Nubia Z60 Ultra was phenomenal. It was something new. It came out at the start of last year, and it was something new and unexpected. It came out at the same time as S24 Ultra. And I remember doing a camera comparison saying, this Nubia is like better in some aspects for £500 cheaper. And then the Z70 Ultra came out, and it was just a letdown because it was the same phone. Nubia didn't do anything different for me. That's why I never done much content on it. They had the same Starry Night version as the Z60, so it literally was just the same phone with, slightly better chipset. So, yeah, the Z70S is, again, kind of just an incremental upgrade, but with the photography kit, which I also stock. Yeah, I'll give it a try. More often than not, and I'm just going to put out there, photography kits are dust collectors. You're going to use them once or twice, and then probably they'll just gather dust. So don't buy a phone based on the fact that it has a photography kit. But the fact that the Nubia is kind of retro looking, it does look pretty goddamn sick. And at a very reasonable price. Looks similar to the Asus. Yeah, I think size-wise it is similar to the Asus ZenBook Fold. Apparently only meant to be dual camera setup. On the, I think we're going back to the Apple Fold. Yeah, it will just be dual camera for sure. It's not going to be an Apple iPhone Fold Pro. It won't have a triple camera setup. They'll use the same excuse that others, there's not enough space. Of course there's enough space. Can you buy the Matebook on your store? Yes, you can buy it on my store. I have sold 4 of them already. Not including the one I'm about to buy myself. Any other questions about anything? I'm here. Why not? G7 Google's. What about the 35mm lens? Is that on other phones? Yeah, the 35mm lens is on my X200 Ultra. The X200 Ultra is 35mm default lens, unlike the 24 or 26 you'll get in others. I was going over here because there was something else that I wanted to show you, but now I can't remember what it was. That's really annoyed me. There was something I was going over, so somebody asked a question. What else have we got? Thanks for spending. That's what I was going to show you. These things. 2 seconds. Do you know I buy so much tech and guff that I forget about it? So I took these on a trip. Has anyone used the X-Real 1 Pros or whatever they are? You know, the AR glasses that you just connect to any device? Pretty goddamn handy. Like, when you're on a plane or just lying down, you just pop them on, plug them into literally anything, your phone, your MacBook, your laptop, and it just projects on a 140-inch or 180-inch screen. Yeah, I've been using them a couple of times. I don't know why I'm brought them up. Somebody had mentioned glasses, I think, so yeah, they're good ones. I still consider our best foldable phone to be the OnePlus Open. You still thinking N5? Yeah, definitely N5. Shaq, the N5 is almost perfect in every way. mainly for the outer screen aspect ratio. The OnePlus Open, it's just a bit more squash, and then the inner screen's obviously bigger, and then the camera system's better, the battery's bigger. So yeah, the OnePlus Open is just hindered now because it's like, what, 2 years old? So 3 years old coming up for. So yeah, it's still a great phone. If you can pick one up for £500 or less, absolutely grab it. You'll not regret it. But yeah, the N5 is my favourite foldable phone at the moment. Do you think the upcoming Z Fold 7 will be as successful as... I don't think so. I really don't. I think they're finally listening to people. But you have to remember, if you're watching my channel, you're kind of balls deep in tech. So you already know that the Z Fold 7 is a year old. It's a Z Fold Special Edition that I had reviewed on my channel last year. I've sold in the store since last year. That's what it is. And it's not a bad thing. It's still a Samsung. You know, I like One UI. But in terms of sales, I don't think it'll do as well. And I think Samsung are kind of scrambling a little bit because, well, phones like the N5 exist. The Honor Magic V5 Global will be out in September. After IFA, the IFA conference in Berlin, the V5 Global will be launched. And they're starting to make real strides and dents in the Samsung market share. We already know that Samsung's lost its almost complete share of market in foldable phones in Asia. Now it's starting to eke into Europe. And then when you look at the Apple iPhone, one thing it will do is it's going to really fucking push Samsung to do something. Because as much as the Z Fold 7 is slightly thinner, slightly bigger, if they don't get on board with like silicon carbon batteries, if they don't get on board with a full 6.5-inch outer screen with the perfect aspect ratio, and if they don't get on board with better camera systems, why would we bother? Why would we bother? Hello, camera system was limited. Yeah. Any other questions? Great response. Cheers, mate. No worries. I like these. I would do lives more often if I thought people actually wanted them and cared. So if you like these type of Q&As, but again, just remember the whole point of this live stream was that I've unboxed the Huawei. Why are you over there now? Now this thing's playing up. Yeah, the whole point of this live stream was that I unboxed the Huawei Matebook Fold, and it is absolutely stunning. Just one more time because I love to do it. Look at that screen. Look at that screen and that lack of crease. Absolutely beautiful. And in terms of... oh, I know what I could compare it to. In terms of thickness, here's the Edge. Here's the Samsung Edge. So the Matebook Fold is... hard to tell. The Matebook Fold is slightly thicker than just the body of the Edge, but thinner than the Edge if you include the camera bump. There you go. That's your scientific test. Beautiful. So, have I bored you enough yet? Do you all want to sod off, or have you got any more questions for me? I feel like I'm right there with you. Going live is mucking fun. Do you know, that's so weird you said that. I've not heard that saying before until, or like mixing that up, until like I watch... Here's a bit of behind the scenes. Your Average Dad loves, every night I will watch the Vegas Matt channel. It's a Vegas dad guy that just plays slots with his friends and his son. And every night I watch that. It's like 40-minute videos. They post every day at like 7:45 p.m. UK time. And it's brilliant. I love it. Just to switch off. But one other slot channel that was given on my first suggested was like Lady Luck or something. And she always says, this is mucking fuss. So yeah, anyway, long story. Yes, I'm glad you like going live. I'm glad I can answer the questions. Um, as I say in a lot of videos, it's so cool to be able to just shoot the shit with people that have the same kind of thoughts as me. And yes, I can be blunt. And yes, if you ask me a silly question through the support email that James or Sam hasn't got to first, I can be quite short. But if you are one of my many customers, you will have realised, and I'm sure you've experienced, I'm a really nice guy. And I try and do the best for everyone. Same with the channel. The channel has got my name in it, but I'm reviewing all the shit we all want to see. Because nobody else does it. Nobody else does it as honest as they should. What's the Handicap v Global? Uh, in terms of what? I missed the context, but in terms of Handicap v Global, obviously you know there's loads of Chinese and Global versus videos on me, but the Handicap for Global, I love it when you talk. I love it when you talk about shitty customers. Listen, every business is going to get shitty customers. Every store is going to get shitty customers. I think the only difference is I have a forum and a platform to call these people out. And I'll never dox anyone. It's not like I'm going to post addresses, no matter what somebody does. I'm never going to dox them and try and ruin their life. I'm just going to call you out on some nonsense. But hopefully you've noticed recently, because I've got employees, I've got a head of customer service, I've got Sam working for me. They're like on it. They're professional. They're really polite, even with the arseholes. So yeah, there's less of that now because these nimrods can be calmed down. But again, because I don't advertise outside of my YouTube channel, generally people that are subscribed and want to buy direct from me. And if my prices, like I literally just spent this weekend going on Wanda Mobile, Gidstop, and Trinity, and making sure that my prices with the loyalty 3% off discount code were the same or cheaper than those for all your big ones, the X200 Ultra, the Oppo X8 Ultra, all the main sellers, just to make sure that I'm keeping on top of things. Because if my prices are higher, trust me, it's probably just because I've not got to reducing them again. Because the market changes like almost daily. Not only does the currency change daily, obviously, but just the market in general. The import market is it's a tricky game. Name and yeah, can't. Yeah, name and shame the can't. Yeah, I'll name them. I just won't put their address out there. But again, they're getting better. What I like doing is turning someone around. Someone that's raging because their phone hasn't arrived the next day. Like, shipping timescales are 5 to 8 business days, and then you calm them down. They're like, "Oh, I understand. Sam's still here. People can be shitty. Let's just be honest. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, exactly. Yeah, like this is our thing as well. No matter what I do or what you do in life, you're always going to have shitty people. It's just a fact. Always going to have shitty people. But luckily, majority of people are nice. You're quite a stand-up guy. So thank you very, very much for that, Julesette. And hopefully you're enjoying your laptop. I will look after it for you. Yes, Julesette is the person that has bought and owns the blue Matebook Fold I am using just now, and it's stunning, and I may be regretting selling it already, Julesette, but it's yours and you deserve it. And I'm glad you think I'm a stand-up guy. I'm not backwards and coming forwards. I know that. I could try and be a more fake, but what's the point? Life's too short. Zero patience. Yeah, sometimes. You should have some patience. Yeah. She's going to love it. Josette is going to love it. I think you're selling at a great price. Thanks, Josette. Again, great's relative. A great price is what the market dictates, but if you've not got the money, it's expensive, but that's just how it is. Any other questions? Oh, is there quite a significant fee for PayPal credit for your store? So my understanding, Ash, is there's no fee. So I've got PayPal personally, and when I go buy something through PayPal credit, it's 0% for 4 months, I believe. And if you go to like 12 months or 24 months, I think that's where they start charging interest. But you as the customer buying through my store, there is no fee. For me as a store owner, if you choose to pay by PayPal, I pay it's around 2%, I think. A 2% fee. That comes out my profit. It doesn't come out your end. So no, there's no fee to you using PayPal at checkout. You're welcome, Sam. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to do more of them, even if, we only get a few people. So, listen, I will have a video, first impressions, setup, whatever we're going to call it on the Matebook Fold. But just keep doing what you're doing. Support, ask me questions, call me out if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I am no expert on anything. Like, literally nothing. I just love this shit. I just love tech. I just love this shit. This beautiful, beautiful fold. So I'm excited to go set up now. So I am going to go and leave you in peace and let you have your mornings or afternoons. But really, really, really appreciate it. And let me know in the comments if you want a regular. Just comment on this live stream if you would like a weekly live stream. I have been swithering whether to do a podcast, but it feels like everyone's doing a podcast. And what would I actually talk about? And then what? Would I get like special guests on and stuff? Nah, just don't think it's me. I mean, you've seen the unboxing with I couldn't even like the camera wouldn't even like play ball. So yeah, probably not for me. Maybe if I employ someone to manage all that for me, that's probably an option. If you are watching this and you have experience setting up live streams or podcasts, email me. I was going to do that. I've not got the edit. support@averagedadofficial.com. Maybe there's something we can do to work together. But anyway, I'm rabbiting. I love you all very much. Have a good day. Have a good week. I'll be back soon with a video. And yeah, take care, everyone. Bye.